Hi, this is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. And with this video, I want to tell you the 2 deadly sins of being in business, at least according to my personal opinion. You can take it or leave it, but unfortunately I've experienced this just way too many times to come very true. So if you can avoid these 2 things, I think you will be better set. And by the way, I'm here in Florida. We just came from the beach. We're all a little bit muddy and sandy, waiting for our ride, so thought I'd make a nice video. So the first deadly sin is don't ever rent properties to your friends or family. And most of you all that will ever have property, if you have a good amount of property or several property, that's probably going to be something that you will consider at one point or another, and I'm telling you, don't do it. And unfortunately I have lots of examples where friends have moved into my places, and it's kind of weird because friends usually are in this category where they sometimes think that they're exempt from paying rent on time or keeping up a place, and thinking that you give them more leeway. And you don't really want to write contracts with your friends and family. Sometimes you have to, but I have lost friends, thankfully not family, but I've lost friends over rentals where they've rented my places and then subsequently trashed them or didn't pay me. It was just really bad situation. So I try to just avoid that right now. And if you're a beginner, I would just recommend that you avoid it as well. And even if you do rent to friends or family, let a property manager handle it and be hands off, because you might lose your friendship over this. And the other recommendation that I have that goes kind of in line with not renting to your friends and family is don't hire friends and family. Now, I'm sure some of you or all of you or whoever is listening might actually have maybe a exception to this rule, but I've found it to be much easier to work with people that I'm not related to or friends with. It just the friendship goes away when the employment goes away, quite honestly. You can't fire somebody and still remain friends with them. It just doesn't happen. It usually turns out to be a very bad situation, bad for both parties and heartbreaking sometimes. I've experienced that also several times, and then again we get into this level of, okay, is this a personal relationship or is this a working relationship? And if it's a working relationship, am I able to tell you everything that might be wrong with your performance? And if I'm not, then the performance will be bad. Can we discuss things openly? I mean, maybe you have a really good relationship, and maybe you're a husband and wife team and you're good to go. Maybe you're good to go if you're husband and wife team, but in general, the working relationship stops when the personal relationship stops, and the personal relationship stops when the working relationship stops. So when you combine those 2, you irrevocably have tied them together to never ever be untied again, and it can be very detrimental to your business if you subsequently have to untangle each other from each other, whether it's personal or business. But you want to keep your business stuff just separate. I mean, my recommendation to anybody starting a business or even having a business right now, try not to get your family and friends involved in working for you ever. Maybe if you're partners, but not ever working for you. And don't ever rent to friends or family. That's just my recommendation, unless you can put a couple of layers of middle management in between you and them. And I hope this was useful. I hope it wasn't too wind noisy here. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you subscribe on my website at juliamspencer.com. I have a free newsletter that I send out you can subscribe to, and feel free to ask me questions. By the way, everybody that's subscribed here on YouTube, thank you so much. Thanks for leaving me comments. I read them all, good or bad. I don't always have time these days to answer all of them, just because I just get too many. But keep asking, because somebody else in the community that's reading it may be able to answer you. And yeah, share, like, subscribe, and if the information was useful to you, send it to other people that might be benefiting from it. And also go ahead and check out my, I have a radio show. It's on Wednesdays at noon at WRUULP 107.5 FM in Savannah, Georgia. And you can actually stream it live on that website, wruu.org, but you can also listen to my old shows right here on YouTube, because I will update them. I will upload them at a future point in time. So thank you for listening to this video, and I hope you have a great day.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.